Hello, welcome this evening. This is Dr. Brenda Roach, but you can call me Brenda, it's just much easier. And so I'm a neuropsychologist by trade, for those of you that don't know me. During the day hours and in the evening hours, I help people meet their goals, whether that's through building business online, through learning about social media or lead generation or mindset, which is up here, which is extremely important for us to have. No matter how many skills we have, if we don't have our mind right, it's really not going to be very effective either. So if you're catching this live, please let me know you're here. Give me some thumbs up, give me some emojis, let me know some comments down below when it makes sense to you. If you're catching this by replay, please put hashtag replay and let me know where you're from. And again, if you're finding this beneficial or not. If you find that it's beneficial and you think it could be helpful for other people, please feel free to share it. If you're on a team of people working maybe on a business and you find this to be helpful, pass it on to your team members. So feel free to share it as well and let me know what's being helpful or not. So tonight what we are going to talk about is your ultimate audience. And this is really crucial because if we don't get this right, you can waste a lot of money in your advertising. And no, it doesn't matter how you're advertising. If you don't understand your audience, you're going to waste a lot of money. So it's one of the most important things when we're thinking about marketing is targeting the right people and attracting them over to your value and your offers. And so the things that we're going to go through tonight, I would encourage you to get out a piece of paper and a pencil and write down these questions that you're going to work through. And remember that it's not going to happen overnight. This isn't an exercise that you can just jot down in a couple seconds. It really takes some thought. And it might change over time. I would encourage you to go through it, to be really thoughtful of it, be thinking about it over time because things change over time. Our audience changes over time. So to be really thinking about who is your audience is critical. Hey Megan, glad you're here. So when we think about who our audience is, the first thing, again, to get a piece of paper and a pencil, write these down. You can catch it later as well on replay if you need to go back and listen to it again. But just first thing you need to do is you need to describe your perfect buying audience. So what are their demographics? Are they young? Are they old? Do they have a family? Are they single? Is it a male or a female? Or doesn't matter? Are they kids? Or do they have kids? So who is your target audience? Who is it that your product, your service, or your business opportunity is really geared towards meeting their needs? And it's really important. So we can call it our audience. We can call it an avatar. You can give it a name. So, sometimes that's kind of fun is giving your avatar a name so that you can kind of keep that in your mind at all times as you're working through the different marketing strategies that you're going to come up with. So first is, what are their demographics? Who are they? Then what are their hobbies, their likes, and their interests? So this one takes some time to really think about, but what are their hobbies? What are their interests? What are their likes? Because in your marketing, you're going to bring those things in to your marketing campaign so that you can relate to them and they relate to you. Because remember, people don't, start partnering with people in businesses or buy from you either a product or a service unless they know, like, or trust you. And people are going to know, like, and trust you better if you can relate to them. So by going through this exercise, you're going to really get a good understanding of who your audience is so you can relate to them and they can relate to you. The third one to write down is what magazines or books do they read and what TV shows do they watch? So again, thinking about that, taking some time on all of these different steps. Again, if this is making sense, give me some loves, give me some emojis, let me know down below that it's making sense for you. The fourth thing that you're going to answer is what kind of car do they drive, right? And where do they travel? And how often do they travel? So again, thinking about that leisure kind of time and the cars that they drive, where they travel, how often are they traveling in your target audience that you're looking at? What are their jobs or their careers or education level that they have? So thinking about your target audience and who your product, service, or business opportunity is going to be most helpful for, will resonate with most. What is their current job or career or their education level? That's going to make it very different on how you market your service, product, or business opportunity. The next one is, all of these are really important, but this next one is critical. We need to write down what are their pains and their struggles that keep them up at night. Okay? So again, what are their pains their struggles and what keeps them up at night. Because we have to be able to talk about that, and relate to that so that they feel that we kind of know what some of those are for them. And we have to be authentic in that. You can't make up like you've had those pains and struggles if you really haven't. But you have to be able to then talk to that. And that can be one of the first things people see, in the advertisement is when you're talking about their pains and struggles, because people want to fix those things. That's what gets people motivated oftentimes. And then the next step is what are their desires and dreams. So here's their pains and struggles. Now we need to know these are their dreams and desires, because we need to be able to show how our product helps get them to their dreams and desires and help them get rid of those pains and struggles. And so again, thinking about that, taking some time on this. This isn't something you can just sit down and get done, in 10 minutes. It's going to take some time to build on this and continue to work on it over time. Get some other people involved that you trust and know that can help you with it as well. More brains, more ideas, the better yet. Then what do they already like to buy? So what does your avatar or your perfect audience, what are they already out there buying? Okay, so be thinking about that. Or what services are they already using? Okay, the next one, which is our 9th thing that we're looking at, is what problems do they have that you can help them solve? So it kind of gets back to the struggles and things that they have that keep them up at night. They're aware of those. What I'm talking about in this one, what problems do they have that you might be able to solve, are things that maybe they're not even aware of. So it might be problems that they have that they're not even aware of, that you then can talk about, in your advertisement that kind of resonates with them. Go, oh yeah, I do have that. That is something that I would like to fix. I hadn't really thought of that before. And so again, it will help them relate to you and really help them feel like you understand them. There's 2 more steps. Number 10 is, what are they already searching on Google? All right, so what are the key terms? What are the things that they're going in and searching on Google? All right, and again, that's going to take some time to think about. And the last one is, where do they already hang out, both online and offline? So where are they hanging out at? All right, so I'm going to go back through real quick and talk about each, or just give you those steps again. First one is describing your perfect audience, and that's, their age, their gender, are they family or single? And then what are their hobbies, likes, and interests is the number 2. Number 3 is, what are magazines or books do they read, and what TV shows do they watch? The 4th one is, what kind of car do they drive? Where do they travel and how often? The 5th one is, what is their job, career, or education? And again, we're talking about your key, kind of your main target audience or your avatar that you feel your product, service, or business opportunity is targeting. What are their pains and struggles that keep them up at night? What are their desires and dreams? That's number 7. Number 8 is, what do they already like to buy? Number 9 is, what problems do they have that you can help solve? And these are problems that they might not even be aware of. Number 10 is, what are they already searching for on Google? All right. And number 11 is, where do they already hang out, online and offline? So your goal is to really understand your audience, because this will help you really develop a great understanding of them, so that when you develop your marketing plan, that they want to take action, and they want to take action with you because they feel like you really know them and you have some real good solutions for them. You want to be authentic. You don't want to put out a lot of hype. You don't want to make statements that aren't real. So again, you need to be authentic with it as well. So again, I hope you found this helpful. Again, my name is Dr. Brenda Roach. You can call me Brenda. It's just much easier. And you hopefully found this helpful. If you're catching this on replay, please put #replay. Let me know where you're from. If you're catching this live, give me some thumbs up. Let me know this was helpful for you. And again, it's really important because you can waste a lot of money out there advertising either a product, service, or a business opportunity and not be targeting the right audience. So you're not getting the right people to look at you and look at what you have to offer them. And most people that are doing this want to do it to be helpful. And we can't really be helpful for people if we don't reach the right people. So I hope again that you found this helpful. This Sunday evening at 8 p.m. Mountain Time, I will be coming back online and live and talking about another tip or trick regarding looking at how do you take the next step. Once you identify who your target audience is, what do you do with that information? So how do we kind of move that forward? So I hope to see you on this Sunday. I hope you have a great evening, morning, or afternoon, wherever you're from. And again, thank you for joining me.